All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this amazing meeting holding tonight, perhaps morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are joining us or listening to this, if it's a replay. Few months ago, we got wind of something, and that thing is evolving very fast before us. And I have a friend, a brother, a business partner, one who influences the way I think in many ways. Every time I get to talk with him, there is a paradigm shift. He is so good with numbers. He brings the numbers, he brings out the little details. And so I'm always excited to have him on any project because I do know that he will bring out the things you never took note of. And that's what he's a master at doing. Tonight, there is a paradigm that he'll be bringing in to helping us play the Millionaires game. If you are ready to make money work for you, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I want to bring up my friend, my brother. I call him Igwe One, Emeka Nwankwo. You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone, wherever you are. It's evening where I am. I don't know whether it's evening where you are. If it's morning, then good morning. If it's afternoon, then good afternoon. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's good. That's the most important. My name is Emeka Nwankwo. I'm so excited. You can feel that. You can sense that. Why? Because we are living at the cutting edge of a timeless opportunity. We are about to blow. Is that not the language? Yes, we are about to blow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your time, it's my time. I'm going to try to do a few things very well tonight. And one of them is I'm going to state the facts. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond. And then the third thing I'm going to do is that I am going to take massive action. Some 3 years ago, I made up my mind to stop telling people what to do because I came to the conclusion that people will do what they want to do. Irrespective of what you say, it is what they want to do, they will do. So what I now decide to do is to tell people what I am doing. Even the Bible says it's not the hearers that are blessed, it's the doers. And so I tell people what I'm doing, and if they like to do what I'm doing, then we do together, then we become doers. But if they don't feel like doing what I'm doing, then it's not my duty to force them to do or convince them to do. Everybody is a master of his own destiny. Our choices place us where we ultimately, where our life ultimately head. So it's our decision to make. So tonight, I'm going to try to keep it simple. And if not, very stupid. Kiss. Here, tonight, we are going to be looking at the new reveal or the Millionaires game. And the Millionaires game is very simple. They make money work for them. Specifically, we are going to be looking at becoming a venture capitalist. You ask me, what is a venture capitalist? First, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, please type yes, yes, yes. Let me be sure that you can hear me clearly so that I wouldn't be talking to myself. Can I get a yes in the house? Okay. You can hear me. Okay. Great. If one person can hear me, then I assume that every other person can hear me. So tonight we're going to be looking at how to become a venture capitalist, even with as little as $100. Who is a venture capitalist? In fact, yesterday, like my mentor and my friend Solomon just said we get to bounce off ideas here now and then. Yesterday when we were talking, or it was early this morning we were talking, it occurred that the word venture is also taken from the root word adventure. So these guys, so two words here, venture capitalists. These are guys who have capital, cash. They have resources, and they're looking for an adventure. And it's an adventure of making money. Imagine working and making work play, and play is work. And while you are playing and you're working, in quote, you are making massive amount and tons of money. So for them, fun, making money. So it means venture capitalists are people who have fun making money. And I'm sure every one of us would like to be, we would like to adopt that kind of profession where money making becomes fun. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. When you have $1 million to play, around with, you have a couple of them, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. Now, as I mentioned this, some of us, our mind may not be able to compress and contain it, but until you begin to massively in your mind imagine, one of the things that separates us from other animals is the power of imagination. We can project into the future, we can fantasize, we can build castles, in the air. And that's what it takes to become a great entrepreneur. You must be able to see the future and buy into the future so that when the rest gets into the future, you're already positioned there. So, ladies and gentlemen, venture capitalists are people who have money or resources and they are looking for opportunities, new businesses, new projects, new business ideas that they want to put their money into. Of course, usually they always want to make sure that they get the pace in a stake. They said, he that pays the piper detests the tune. So this is an opportunity to play the game that is only reserved, exclusively reserved for the millionaires and the billionaires of this world. And how do you get to play in this game? It will be via the opportunity that is available to us today for a limited time period through DAISY. DAISY stands for Decentralized Artificial Intelligence System. You get to hear more about DAISY, but let's get into the meat of this presentation. Now, there's an opportunity for you to participate in a project and a business arrangement that will allow you to make massive tons and tons of money. And that is by getting involved and participating in DAISY token. You say, what is a token? A token is a piece of digital asset that represents a project in the blockchain space or in the cryptocurrency space. If you want to fully understand it, in case you're not familiar with the cryptocurrency environment, now think about token as shares. Yes, what shares? If Amazon has shares, UBA Nigeria has shares, First Bank has shares. Now, First Bank is a company, their shares are quoted and are listed on public exchanges. And so you can buy or sell those shares. And when you buy some of those shares and hold them, it means you have a piece of the company, and whatever business the company is doing, rub off on the price of their equities or their shares. And then you can now make money, even though you are not physically involved with the business itself. So technically, you plug your money somewhere and then it makes money for you, like a venture capitalist. Of course, venture capitalists, they don't even wait for things to go to the exchange. They play before the exchange, because the exchange is the public space. So they play for the public get to assess the value, they get their value. And that's what this is about. Today, DAISY is offering us an opportunity to play where only the exclusively rich play. And that is to participate in a kind of a private placement before the public exchange listing. We have an opportunity to get a piece of DAISY project that is going public at $5 a token or $5 a share, if you decide to call it shares. We have an exclusive opportunity of getting these tokens at 10 cents a token. Now imagine that a couple of days from now, ladies and gentlemen, this same token that we are getting exclusively at 10 cents will be available to the public at $5. And we are hearing it today because you have someone who invited you, who cares enough to invite you to hear about it. Usually that's how venture capitalism is done. A company wants to go public, they will decide the price at which they want to list their shares, and then they decide, before we go public, let's raise some money internally and privately. So they call it private placement. In crypto, we call it sale. It's the same language, it's the same thing, talking about the same thing. So they say, well, let's raise $100 million, and we need 10 people who will give us 10 million, and then we'll give them some assign some of the shares onto them. And then that's what happens. Those who get to hear in time, and those who can raise the money, entry barrier is high, $10 million. So we are getting an opportunity to play where ordinarily we don't have opportunity to play before now. And that is via the vehicle that Daisy has given us, which is a Daisy community. I'm going to talk about that as we go forward. Daisy is not, I had someone say, oh, I hope it's not a referral. I was talking to someone say, I hope it's not referral things. No, I say it's not referral things. Daisy is going to list this token publicly on 5 exchanges in a couple of days or weeks, in a couple of days from now. Actually, by July 1st, we have an opportunity to in on this value. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go to daisylp.com and see what the project is all about. Massive project. Daisy is not just giving us an opportunity to access tokens or shares. Daisy is giving us also opportunity to participate in something huge, a launch pad, a DeFi project. Now, by the time we are running up this meeting, GSM, we call him GSM, that's my mentor. Solomon is going to give us a little rundown on what DeFi project is rolling out. DeFi stands for digital finance. It's huge. Digital finance is what in blockchain ecosystem that allows projects to do what banks, insurance company, and stock market all put together in one space, and people can participate with their phones. You can just download an app, and then you can participate in the value chain and then create wealth for yourself. Everybody, so it's democratization of wealth. Everyone now has access to participate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's massive. Now, if you want to ask me where is the NASDAQ of cryptocurrency, it's called coinmarketcap.com. So you can any crypto or any blockchain that you can see on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko is still a baby project. You only get to get listed on CoinMarketCap when your eyes are done and you check and then make sure you are up to date and you are not a fraud system. You are genuine, you are real, you are for real, so to speak. You only get listed Westment from today. But this opportunity disappears in 11 days' time. Yes, 30th of June, this opportunity will not exist anymore. And so today you have an opportunity to get in at 10 cents via the Daisy community. What is Daisy community? We're going to talk more about that. But that's how you get the access to the advantage of getting it at 10 cents. There's no other place, and there's no other way to get in at 10 cents. The next time you will get to hear about this project after today and after now, and if you don't take action, is when it will be listed on the public exchanges. And that will be at $5. So think about it, 10 cents, $5. Just keep that at the back of your mind. The second advantage you get by being part of the Daisy community, Daisy business community, is that you are not only getting access to the token, you're also getting access to the platform. Yes, Daisy is setting up a launch pad. A launch pad comprises of an exchange where these digital assets and crypto assets are traded. A launch pad also has on itself multi-blockchains that other projects do not need to build their own infrastructure. They just come with your business ideas, do the white paper so that people understand what value you are bringing to the market space, and then you can now, as it were, lease the available architecture and infrastructure that is already in place, and then your project can go live. So by being part of this Daisy community, you are also getting a part of that exchange. Why? Because you will participate in what they call, staking. That's a bit technical. I don't want to go into that, but suffice to say that staking is like you have tokens, and then instead of selling your token, you decide to hold them, but just holding them is not enough. You are holding them on the exchange in such a way that they generate return for you. It's like having your money in your account, in your current account, you're having some money in current account, and you decide to put it on fixed deposits. It's still in your account, it's showing the balance is there, but you know what? You can withdraw it, but what happens? It generates more money for you. It's still your money. That's what it is all about. So you get ongoing returns on investment. Of course, by being part of the Daisy community, you also have opportunity to enjoy what we call airdrop. What is airdrop? It means that every new project that comes on this launch pad to launch their project, you get those projects, some freebies given onto you. You will see that some tokens can go as high as $60,000. So imagine that you got 10 of them, 10 pieces of them, and in 2 years' time, one of them or two of them or three of those projects gets to $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, $15,000, and you got them for free just because you had the Daisy advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's huge, it's massive. When we talk about pre-sale, some people say, oh, I'll wait until I want to make sure that it's genuine. Ladies and gentlemen, everything you are seeing in life has two creations: the time it was imagined and the time it came to be. This is not imagination, this is reality. Now, when we talk about pre-sale, it's just about timing. It's not about reality. It's not about whether it's real or it's not real. Once it's already in pre-sale, it's real already. Look at the pre-sales that have happened in the past and look at what then happened thereafter. So if you go to CoinMarketCap, please look for these projects. NXT. Pre-sale was less than 1 cent. Less than 1 cent, ladies and gentlemen. But the current market price is somewhere around 42 cents. 4 cents, really. And even at 4 cents, ladies and gentlemen, it's done 250,000% return on investment. Imagine that you were around when this pre-sale was done and you plugged in just $100. Imagine having 250% return on investment on your $100. Ladies and gentlemen, look at Ethereum. At least we know this one very well. Look at Ethereum, 779,000%. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have left your money in the bank, how long will it take for it to do 700,000%? Will you still be alive? Will I still be alive? And that's the reality of this space. Is a space where you can wake up in the morning wondering what will happen next. And because you took position in it with a timely information that a friend sent to you, and you got some tokens, and then something happens, somebody tweets about it, if they decide to do partnership with another company, boom, the thing just take a life of its own. And then by the end of that day, you may become a billionaire in dollars. It happens regularly here. It's not only possible here. In a couple of weeks' time, it will be the reality of some of us. Yes, including myself. I'm so bullish about this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Q2. But today we're talking about Daisy. Daisy, even before all this, I'm showing the pre-sales. Some of them have done 2 years. Some of them have done 8 months. Some of them have done 6 months. Daisy, before it has even done a single day on the exchange, is already giving you a whopping 5,000%. You're getting something at 10 cents. You are able to offload it at $5 at its where if you decide to. And I'm going to show you why it does not make sense to even sell at $5. Because $5 is the least it will be at the exchange. I make proud to say that. Why? Do I have a crystal ball? No. The best way to judge it is to look at the historical data for what has happened before. History, they say, always repeats itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the best time to get involved in any project, in any opportunity, is just before the great momentum. When is the great momentum? When the setup is done, when the stage is set, when all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed, that's when you get it. Why do I believe that this is the time that the momentum is about to shift massively for Daisy? Because of what I know and because I have been part of Daisy. Daisy is not a startup. Daisy has done project, the first project which I participated in, to the tune of over $6,000. Yes. So I have history with Daisy. I have tested Daisy. I partook of Daisy project and I've benefited from Daisy. So I deliberately we waited to see how project one will go, so that we can be confident to talk about these things, not based on what we are told, but based on what we have experienced. Ladies and gentlemen, the next time you will hear so much noise about Daisy, it will be when they are listed on the exchange. And I tell people at $5, it means the day Daisy hits the exchange, which is a couple of days from now, Daisy will be a $1 billion affair. It will be a $1 billion affair. Is Daisy a company? No, Daisy is not a company. Daisy is a business ecosystem that makes a venture capitalist out of every one of us. I've explained to you how venture capitalism is done, but it's done at a very high level, $10 million, $15 million, $50 million to participate. We don't have that kind of money. So what happened? Daisy has created a platform where we can all, via this blockchain, a transparent blockchain system, contribute together to partake in opportunities. We have done project one already, and then massively, some of us have already, seen how that project is coming on strong. In the course of that, Daisy raised, over $150 million, and then raised, built a community of over 120,000 business people who are crowdfunded for that project. That project is in a fintech company that is going to be listed on NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange in the early part of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, is massive. So now this is into the next project, and that's why we are very bullish about the wine, because they said the test of the pudding is in the eating. We have eaten and we see that Daisy is a community that helps members of this community to profit and to access equity or ownership in blue chip, opportunities, and then of course generate passive income for them. We are beneficiaries. We always say the Lord is good, and someone will say, I'm a witness. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnesses. So why you need to pay attention? Because there is a massive opportunity now for you to get in on project 2. And incidentally, Daisy's system is structured in such a way that as you are getting in, to be plugged back progressively into project 1. What gives you opportunity to spend in project 2 is your position in project 1. So if you are not on project 1, you cannot participate at this level of 10 cents, only at the public wait until when the project is in the public space, then you can participate. Of course, by that time, you have lost massive value, and that's why it's very important that you find out by having power, and I'm going to tell you how, but of course, if you want to get on board, you necessarily need to attend basic community. We call them entry, or we call them tiers, whatever you choose to call them. You start with that plus $100, then 100, 400, all the way to 10 tier, 51,000. Now you cannot jump the entry point. So you say, I want to have $3,000, I want to invest it, or I want to be part of this business community and enjoy massive value. Well, you have to start with $100, and then additionally you can now add $200, making a total of $300, and then you can add again, $400, making a total of $700. And then, of course, this will plug you into project 1. I don't want to talk too much about project 1. You want to do more about project 1. There are tons and tons of videos that that has broken it down and how the money you are putting in is plugged into project 1 and what the benefits are. But suffice it to say that the money you are putting down is not for registration. This is not a Ponzi. Money. No. There's real benefits that come from being part of basic community. And once you plug in at any of these levels, it also opens up to the new project that we're talking about, which is an opportunity to be part of the DeFi project, giving you access to tokens at 10 cents, and then of course massively positioning you before the crowd begin to come to to begin to buy the token at $5. So ladies and gentlemen, your participation in basic community determines the level of or the amount of token you can access. Look at it at $100 entry level. That opens a window for you to access a maximum of 1,000 tokens. Of course, if you do the math, $100 for 10 cents each of the token will give you 1,000 tokens. Of course, if you are participating at the next level, that's entry 1 and entry 2, making a total of $300, level of participation. That opens a further window for you to get additional 2,000 tokens, making you a total of 3,000 tokens. And of course, you can see the maths. It's very simple to follow. Some of us are playing at a much higher level. I know that Solomon is playing at the 7th level, 12,700. I'm playing at the 6th level, 6,300. And I know a couple of people who are playing even at a much higher level. And ladies and gentlemen, look at the number of tokens that is available to you, because we're going to use this to show the money. This is the money. If you're going to make money, you must fall in love with numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, money is about numbers. It's about numbers. So you see, Solomon is going to be accessing over 127,000 tokens. I'll be accessing about 63,000 tokens. And now this looks like ordinary numbers, but let's see what they will translate to. Imagine that someone is even playing at the lowest level of $100. That gives him 1,000 tokens. And with 1,000 tokens I got at 10 cents each, which he could very well sell at $5 each. He's going to turn $100 to $5,000. The question is, how much of $100 do I want to turn to $5,000? It's really up to you. Well, let's look at the simple maths. These are numbers that keep me awake in the night. Ladies and gentlemen, why am I awake? I'm awake because I know that something big, something huge is about to happen. And the joy, it's like a farmer. The joy of sensing that harvest is around the corner sometimes takes sleep away from my eyes. You know, if not that my family know that what it's all about, they would have, consulted some medical doctors and then maybe taking me to, to Yaba, the Yaba side. Because how do you explain that a full-fledged man, will punch calculator and then start dancing and start smiling onto himself, start speaking in tongues? How do you explain that? Let me show you why I speak in tongues. Let's do some little maths, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. The numbers don't lie. Imagine that you invested $100, and that gives you, of course, $100 in the sense means that you're already in Daisy. If you're not in Daisy, of course, you need to first get in with $100. Then you decide to buy $100 worth of token. That's 1,000 tokens. Ladies and gentlemen, at $5 listing price, that's $5,000. But this token has the capacity of going to $30 easily. Please, the emphasis is easily. And when Solomon comes on, he will show you projects that in 6 months have done, times 10 of this. So it's not even debatable whether it can happen. It will happen. At $30, that's $30,000. With $100, you've turned $100 to $30,000. This is the game of the rich. They play and they make money and it's fun. Look at $50. If this token goes to $50, which it can easily do in 6 months or before December, ladies and gentlemen, you will walk away with $50,000. Now look at it if you were able to go to tier 2, which is you're doing $100 and $200, make a total of $300, and then you're able to invest $300 in the token. You get 3,000 units of token. At $5, that's $15,000. At $30, that's $90,000. At $50, that's $150,000. Ladies and gentlemen, look at 700. If you were playing at 700, that's 7,000 tokens. At $5, $35,000. At $30, ladies and gentlemen, that's $210,000. Now, don't attempt to begin to convert this to Naira. Don't attempt to do it so that your BP will be normal. Of course, at $50, this is $350,000. Ladies and gentlemen, look at if you are playing at the 4th level, 1,005. It gives you 15,000 units of the token. At $5, that's $75,000. Ladies and gentlemen, so it means the day is listed a couple of days' time, and all you did was invest $1,500. You will be at least $75,000 richer. Ladies and gentlemen, look at 30. If it goes to $30, that's $450,000. If it goes to $50, that's $750,000. Ladies and gentlemen, if your mind cannot handle it, you can stop at this point. But look at $6,300. That's where I'm playing. That's where I'm playing. At $5, that's $315,000. Ladies and gentlemen, look at it. At $30, that's $1.8 million. Boom, 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 boom. At $50, wow. Look at it. Look at it. Now Solomon, his goat just delivered. But I can tell you that's not what is making him, smile all the time. What is making him smile is because he can see this. Can you see it? Look at the kind of possibility that is available to him. In the next 60 days, this will very well be his reality. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine that you have access to this kind of money. What are you going to do with it? What I'm doing now as an exercising of my faith is that I'm already plotting the graph of what I'm going to do. I already have agenda on ground. Like a politician, you have your own agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. I'm going to stop here, but I'm going to tell you a story as I round up. There was this city where it was actually a town, a village town in that kind of, where there is this old man. This old man knew the future. He could tell the future. He's always on top of his game. Every time there was a challenge in the town and they didn't know what to do, they would always consult him. And also, so he grew into an old man, having served the town, and then they decided they should honor this man and make him the next king. And they said, but one more test. The young men came together and said, one more test. We need to test him one more time. Let's be sure that he really knows that this thing is not just, make-believe. That's how it is. And so they decided to gather the whole city together. And then on the set day, after the dancers has come to entertain the crowd, everywhere was noisy, everybody was, tensed up and worked up. They now decided, okay, it's time to find out whether the old man really can read the future. And then the young men came and said, old man, we have something in our hands, a bird. And we want you to tell us whether this bird is alive or is dead. That will be the ultimate test. And then the old man smiled. The smile of someone who had been to many battles, who has seen it all. And then said to them, after, the way it is, coughed a little and said, well, young men, I have something to tell you. What you have in your hand is in your hand. Dead or alive is in your hand. Because the plan this young man had is that, well, if he says he's alive, we'll kill it. And then the old man did not get it right. If he says it was dead, we will just spread our hands and the bird will fly away. And then the old man, so anyhow, the old man was going to be wrong. They were looking for an argument, but the old man was more interested in helping them navigate the future. And so he said to them, young men, what you have in your hand is in your hand. Dead or alive is in your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not looking for an argument. I'm not trying to prove anything, but you have something in your hands now. Dead or alive is in your hands. What you do with this, is in your hands. Today somebody sent me a message and said, I was going on Google. I saw somebody sent this to me. And I said, what is it? Say forward it to me, forward it to me. I said, Daisy, a scam. Is an MLM? He said, what do you say? I said, I have nothing to say. I said, in the next 30 days, in the next 45 days, we will know who has been scammed. You or myself? He said, I understand. Of course, she has done tier 1 to 4 now. She understood that dead or alive is really her choice. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your choice. If you play the millionaire game, let me tell you what will happen when you have this kind of money in your account. If you have this kind of money in your account, Solomon will show you what is happening in DeFi space, because between now and December, if you have this kind of money, then the market, the crypto market is at a point where it is buyer's market. You can go shopping. You can go to the supermarket of crypto and then load your basket with some Cardano, some Ripple, some Binance coin and all that, and then load enough. Imagine that you go shopping with $200,000. And then you decide to load your portfolio with all this. That's bye-bye to poverty. You will never be poor again. I make bold to say that some of us are standing at the cutting edge, at the crossroads of delivering not only ourselves from poverty, but our family from poverty. Everybody is connected to us from poverty. If possible, deliver a whole village from poverty. The kind of money that everybody in your lineage has never touched before, the kind of money that nobody in your kindred has touched before, is about to be committed into your hands. What you do after hearing this is your responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me. This is how the millionaires play the game. They make money, this kind of money. Once they make this kind of money, then they begin to transfer this money into other assets. So imagine that you have $6 million, like Solomon. What are you going to do? You buy some real estate, boom, it's there. It will begin to bring rental income because you're not going to live in 3 houses. And then what happens? You buy some equity in the stock market, Nigerian stock market, and global stock markets, Nasdaq. You can trade from Nigeria. You can trade stock market. You can buy a lot of equity. That's another stream of income. And then you buy a lot of crypto. That's another stream of income. And then on Daisy Launchpad, a lot of projects are going to be launching. You have opportunity to plug into them because as members of Daisy community, you will be getting information before every other person, just like we're getting for this. You're going to get prizes that is not available to the public, so you can load before every other person. So if you play the millionaires game, which is money doing the work, while your brain is just punching the figures, ladies and gentlemen, you will thank the person who invited you tonight to say about this opportunity. Thank you so much. Remember, even at the level of $100, everybody wins. That's the promise of Daisy. Everybody wins. Thank you so much. Solomon, I'm sure you can take it from here. How do you get involved? It's very simple. Get back to the person who invited you to this meeting if you are already not on board. and the person will guide you. But let me say that it's very simple. It can get done in 10 minutes. Yes. Download from Play Store or Apple Store the TronLink wallet, and then fund it, and then decide the level of participation that you are comfortable with based on the size of your dream. And then, of course, position yourself before 30th of June to participate in the token sales, pre-sales. And then, of course, wait, let them list it, which will happen a couple of days after the pre-sale closes. And ladies and gentlemen, boom, you are in the Millionaires Club. Thank you so much, Solomon. Please take it away from here. Bye-bye.
Wow, what can we say to this? This was another masterclass from the stable of Emeka Nwankwo, the one and only Sky View. Guys, I'm out. And Emeka, you made something happen that I was trying to stay away from. Guys, remember I told you this guy is a numbers person, and when he brings the number, you begin to probably lose sleep. I have refused since the inception of this project to multiply anything by the Naira value. But tonight you just brought those numbers and I just started jiggling and laughing alone, seated here. When I saw the I'm on tier 7, so that's the $12,700. And so I just kept it at the $5 mark. And that's even say pretty good, $635,000. So it simply means if it does just $10, that's over $1 million. But the maker just took it a little bit up to $30. And then when I look at the numbers, if it hits $30, that's about 1.9 billion. Emeka, this trouble where you define. Then if you now go to the $50, I just saw 3.17 billion. I started laughing. I said, my wife must not hear this number. My wife must not hear this number.
You'll be like me now, that is laughing when nobody is amusing him. But they know why I'm laughing.
Seriously, I'm just laughing. Look at the number, 3.something billion. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please, sorry, this is not the normal usual call. We are trying to act with some decor, but the numbers are not allowing us to cooperate. 3.something billion. Okay, guys, but again, I'm a believer, and I truly believe what Emeka have said. And some might say, how can that be true? How can $100 turn to $50,000? And listen, the numbers we are giving, they are not numbers that will take 1 year to happen. And that's what I want to quickly show and share, because sometimes you say some of these things and people think these things are crap. People feel these things they are not real. So let me just be able to take you through this. Please, if you can see my screen, just type in a yes, because I've shared my screen. Let me be sure you are not seeing, you are not still on the Old Testament. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, yeah, okay, good. Now, guys, quickly, I mean, I can do this all day. I can do this all day. Now, I just want to show you what Emeka said, and to add to that number. And listen, the numbers Emeka use are very, very low average numbers in the DeFi space. So again, what I'm doing here, you can also make happen on Coin Market Cap. Before I come in here, let's probably look at this. So let's come to Coin Market Cap here. Let me see if I can see this. Okay, so let me search for here, Daisy, D-A-I-S-Y. Okay, so you can see this is Coin Market Cap, guys. So you can see the Daisy Launchpad is already on the Coin Market Cap. So they are just waiting for it to list, to be launched, for it to be populated. Listen, you don't know what it takes for projects to come on the Coin Market Cap, and this is already there, a month away before being officially on the exchanges, and they've already put everything here. So you can see the market data is on track because they're just waiting. Once it launches, all this begins to. So it's not something that will it happen. So asking which of the exchanges and the rest, all those are already taken care of, and we'll answer a few of those questions. But let's go quickly back to the coin Gecko. If you come to coin Gecko here, I just want us to look at DeFi. And when you look at DeFi, you see top 100 DeFi coins by market capitalization. And if you take a look here, the number one here is Uniswap at $20. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at Uniswap, $20. If you scroll down here, take a look, all-time low. This is $1. Guys, this is not the pre-sale. Remember what Emeka was talking about here was on the pre-sale. This is no pre-sale at $1. And this was just 9 months ago, 9 months ago. But look at the all-time high, it was just 2 months ago, May 3rd, okay? At $44. So how do you buy something perhaps even at $1 and it's selling at 44? This over 4,000%, and this happened within 7 months. This was actually within 7 months that this happened. So turning $1 to 44. So if $1 can go to $44 within 7 months, do you think $5 will go to $30? So you can see this has not, that number has not even moved. But I'm just showing how wealth was created within a couple of months. Many of us didn't see it. Even at the current price of $20, because we know the month of May, the market has been tanking, it's still a good steal for those who perhaps entered at the pre-sale or when it was about $1. So that simply means you are doing averagely about maybe 2,000%. That is a fantastic deal by all standards. And like Emeka was saying, this is how the millionaires get to play. Now let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at another project quickly. We can come here again and look at Aave. We had a project, Digital Summit 2 weeks ago. Aave was there. Look at Aave, $262 currently right now. But guys, take a look at Aave. All-time low was 8 months ago, $26. All-time low was $26. Okay. Now, all-time high was $661. This was 1 month ago. How does something move within 8 months from $26 to $661? And Emeka is showing you $5 to $30. That's I mean, it's not comparable. Look at the percentage. $26 to 600 and something. This happened actually within 7 months. So again, we're just showing you the numbers of things happening within the DeFi space. Let's go back again. I do know a lot of us are very excited every time we jump to Pancake. $15 currently right now, but you can look at it. All-time low was 8 months ago at 19 cents. All-time high was 2 months ago, $43. How do you buy things? Cent, 20 cents. And it jumped to $43. I mean, crazy percentage, all within 7 months. Guys, too many wealth were being created here that none of us, a lot of us were not privy to, and everybody's just looking at Bitcoin, whereas people were cleaning out here. Has Bitcoin done this percentage within the last 7 months? But you are seeing things doing over 4,000, 5,000, 8,000%. Now, like Emeka said, my goat delivered. I'm training to be a herdsman, but right now I'm a herds boy because I have goats. I've not added cow to it. So let's look at goat coin. When you 713, okay, $718. But let's take a look at this. All-time low 6 days ago, 665. All-time high 2 months ago, 5,000 plus. So you can see these things they're not taking forever. That's very short period. They are busting to thousands of percentages. Now let me show you one more. If I come here and I say which one? Let me do auto, okay? Because I do know a lot of us will change our cars, God willing, at the end of the year. If you so desire, $1,361. But guys, take a look at this. What was the high? What was the all-time low? $22. This is January this year. January 24. What was the all-time high? February 20, 2021. So this is much more like in 3 weeks. I want you to pay attention here. This happened in 3 weeks. It moved from $22 to $13,988. It was $12 short of $14,000 in 3 weeks. Guys, in 3 weeks. This is breaking the line. This is breaking the line in 3 weeks. What would you have said? If you had for every $22, let's even say $25, you make $14,000. How many $22 would you have made? And this happened in the space of 3 weeks, guys. This January. So let's say somebody had $1,000 here. Do you know how much the guy would have made? And the next thing they said is a Yahoo boy. Perhaps he stays at home. He looks like a full-time house husband like me and Emeka. We are like Eleha. We don't leave the house. Guys, a lot of things are happening in the space. If you don't know, you don't know. Perhaps let me show you this. Socks coin is one that got me thinking. And I said, why didn't I see this? Look at this right now, $36,000 for one socks coin, $36,000. But guys, let me show you something. Take a look. Even if you have a long-time view, like Emeka talked about, what was the all-time low? $41. Again, these numbers are not pre-sale. These numbers are not pre-sale. So $41. This was March 13, 2020. All-time high was March 4, 2021. So exactly like 1 year. And how much was one? It moved from $41 to $164,000. Did you hear about this coin? You were screaming Bitcoin, Abi. Bitcoin has not even entered 70,000. And something moved in 1 year from $41 to $164,000. You didn't need to have 2 of it. You needed just 1 of it to have made it over 100,000. So imagine that you had 10 of this, maybe, because it simply means with let's say $420, you would have bought 10. And $420 would have earned you over $1.6 million. How would you have explained that? Just as Emeka is showing how perhaps my little token will be doing over 3 billion, and somebody will say, then Tifam. How Emeka is showing you how your $100 could be doing $50,000. $100 doing $50,000, and that's at $50. And guys, I'm showing you numbers that are even going crazy into the thousand. So let's not even dream it that this thing just within 6 months, 1 year, jump to 1,000. Guys, whether they restructure the country or not, you will restructure yourself. You will restructure yourself, whether you want to stay in this space or because that it will be crazy. Look at the numbers they make are using. These numbers are very low. The multipliers for these numbers are very low. How can you move $41 to $164,000? Even at the current price, like I said, the market has dropped for those who are in the crypto space, you know what I'm talking about, $36,000. But even if you got it at $1,000, is that $36,000? Is that no profit? And this is just within a year. Guys, there are many things you don't know. There are many things many people will never bring to you. Listen, if you have the opportunity to get into any pre-sale, hold it tight. More especially a pre-sale that is transparent and is about to go big. Okay, so what are we saying tonight? This is how the game is being played. The millionaires are playing. What we are doing today is setting up structures for tomorrow. Now, before we close, and I'll take your question, I'll turn it over for Emeka to pick up a question. I was listening to something today, and the guy made a statement that I found very, very profound. He said, a business that requires your full-time presence will die in your absence. I said, wow. Any business that requires your full-time presence will die in your absence. Guess how we are running with this? We run it on our mobile phone. So it simply means wherever in the world you are, you can truly cash out big time. with this being said, I want to turn this over so that we begin to pick the questions as we see them coming in, and I hope you got value. Now, quickly from the chat, I saw somebody ask, thank you, PNG, for beginning to put some of those things there. But let me see. Okay, somebody said, Napoleon is asking, how long will the 10-cent pre-sale last? Okay, before I make our way, now let me just probably take on that. Now there are four phases. Okay, there are 4 phases of pre-sale. They have a 10-cent pre-sale. They have a 25 cent pre-sale. They have a 50 cent pre-sale, and they also have a $1 pre-sale. That is still for members. All of these are still for members, guys. So what I want to understand is, when we are anchoring on the 10 cents, I don't want to even dream any of us here buying it at 25 cents. Obviously, you know, some people are latecomers. It is when the first 10 cents has happened, even some people will buy it at $1, because listen, if you buy it at $1, you are getting it at $5. When it comes out, that's still massive profit for you. Okay, but we are focusing on the 10 cents. Now, in the next, we have about 11 days to go before the pre-sale will begin for the community. So more details will be unveiled, but they've already told us there will be 4 rounds of their pre-sale. But so in the next couple of days, we will bring that information. But right now, we do not have that. Okay, so I hope that helps. Napoleon, Emeka, do you have an idea?
Just no, I don't have you know, it's like rapture.
Yeah.
It's even you don't know the hour.
Just
but what we know for sure is that to qualify for the 10 cents, you needed to have been part of the community before 30th of June.
That's correct.
So, that one, so if you are not plugged into this community by 30th of June, you will not even smell the 10 cents. And then the second thing we also know is that the 10 cents will be oversubscribed, because that's the lowest entry level. Everybody wants to. In fact, if you know, one of my business partners, I was explaining to him the distance between 10 cents and 25 cents. It may look like, oh, 10 cents, 25. It's not just a difference of 15 cents. But ladies and gentlemen, look at it. Let me put it in perspective. If you are plugging in $1,000, $1,000 is supposed to give you 10,000 units of the token at 10 cents. However, if you miss 10 cents and you're going to buy, you're going to buy it at 25 cents, your $1,000 will not give you only 4,000 units. So that brings it to perspective. So you understand the difference between 10,000 units and 4,000 units is 6,000 units. So it's like rapture. When you miss it, you will know. You will know that you missed something. Because now, if the numbers we are talking about, which will happen, begin to happen, every day you see the price going up, you will regret again that you missed 10 cents. That's why you must not miss it. So it's not a question of when will it, it's a question of what will I need to do to be qualified for it today. Because if you are qualified today, then you position yourself. I don't want to, wait till the last minute to get involved. So that's and of course, now if that is where 25 cents place you, imagine where 50 cents will place you. You don't even want to, mess around with that. So ladies and gentlemen, 10 cents is where we want everybody to benchmark. So that's it.
All right, good. The next question, very quickly. Somebody said, I have a question. When will the tokens be listed on exchanges, and which exchange?
Okay. Based on the information that the company has released, these things are also managed to make sure that, they are giving you fast. One thing you can be sure with this is that they will not sugarcoat, they will not hype, they will not tell you what is not, just to impress you, no. So the information we have is what we also give you, because we also, it's how we get to give you. The information we have is that the tokens are going to be listed on or before 31st of July on 5 exchanges. At least that we know. And Binance has been mentioned as one of those 5 exchanges. So I can tell you that Binance plus 4 other exchanges on or before. So anytime, depending on how quickly they conclude the pre-sales, the 4 rounds of pre-sale, anytime from 15th of July to 30th or 31st of July, that that's the tentative date when this is going to happen. So that's the information we have currently.
Yeah. So the public exchange and for people to start buying, the listing goes live August 1. So that's when all the exchanges will be coming live. But just like Emeka reiterated, they've already said they already have 5 exchanges on ground that in our first month to go live. And guys, you know that is big. First of all, when you look at the number in the community, we are over 121,000 people in the community. This is not Telegram. These are paid member of Project One. And people are now getting, so this thing will go very, very fast. Go to Telegram, you see Telegram with 2,000 people, they are launching project. They now begin to want to pump. When 100 and something thousand people decide to pump, then I don't even need to pump because I want to max my level at 12,700. So it's not a pump. Some people just buy $100, $200. You are calling it a pump. Emeka wants to max his 6,003. I want to max my 12,700. Pastor Ngozi on this call wants to max her 12,700. She wants to max her husband 6,300. She wants to max her 2 children at tier 5. 3-1. So guys, these things, what Emeka said is going to go very fast. So which is why you know those numbers that Emeka said again were conservative numbers. Well, Pastor Massa, God has already answered that prayer. He said, I'm praying that I will soon start to laugh like Solomon and Emeka. And we say a very big amen to that because it's already answered. So Pastor Ngozi is helping put some numbers, okay? But you can go get it yourself because sometimes when you try helping people, everybody they think you want to chop money, so they can get it themselves. But you go for the tiers where you want. There are 2 things right now. If you have the ability to fund both you activate your account and keep your funds right now, and I'll tell you for free, as the day approaches, the prices will spike up. Tron that will be needed will go up. USDT might likely go up. So you might want to begin to accumulate them down so you don't rush. So that once they say on your market set go, there will be a link for this project. You will be using your Tron wallet for this project, okay? So that's it. Let me see what else. Am I seeing any question? Okay, I forgot, please. Let me unmute in case anybody has any question and the person can just, we've read through that. Any question, please. You can unmute and make your contribution, or you can ask a question. Pastor Ngozi, she's somebody who's very passionate about this. She's also on the call. Who has a question? Who has a contribution? Pastor Massa, your mic is up.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Please do.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Emeka, as always. Straight to the point, and thank you, Solomon. My question is simple. Obviously, we want to be ready to go when July 1 comes. I will believe that I know there are some big players, pace setters, and people who have so much of this. Do you believe, is there a way we can get it at 10 cents or we can run out? Is there a way? There's no guarantees, obviously, I'm not saying, but one of my downline was asking, are we sure we'll be able to get at 10 cents? How long is a piece of string? Just be ready. So I don't know if that will help. Just to throw light on the fact that if we're ready, we have our money in Tron, we can get that 10 cents. Is there any strategy to be there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Emeka, did you get his question?
Okay. Yes, I got the question. The question is, there are some people like Solomon who have big pockets. I'm not one of them, you know. I'm playing. I'm part of the masses.
Yeah, you know I'm also from the Dutch Republic, so we are.
So he's asking that some people people who are playing at a higher level and pace setters. You know, we didn't talk about pace setters. These are people who are already finished the tier from tier 1 to tier 10, so to speak. Yeah. And they have this kind of money. He's saying since there are limited token available at phase 1, 10 cents, phase 2, 25 cents, That how does a small guy get token if these guys will not finish it? Is there a strategy to make sure that the small guys will also get token as well as the big guys?
Fantastic.
Now,
Yeah.
now, first of all, what the company says is your tiers guarantee that you can get to the maximum of what you are. So you are $100, you are guaranteed to get up to $100. Now, the word guarantee there is not that they will reserve it for you, which is why I've told people who cares to listen. In fact, somebody in my team say I'm making her go gaga. I think she's on this call. One of my madam at the top. They are making her go gaga. No, be me they make you go gaga at the numbers. So, and then as you have asked Solomon, these numbers are very conservative. If you know me by nature, I'm not a hype person. I don't hype. I don't exaggerate. So these numbers are very conservative. Now, I've told my team members, don't call me from 28th of June to say, hey, can I get some Tron? Can I get some USDT? That's not the time to call me, because what I'll be doing that time is to check again to be sure that I'm not missing anything on my own. But I don't want, when I want to, buy it and I'm finding, oh, the thing don't short. So the time to be ready. So the first thing, do the things that you can control. We can't control what Mr. A will buy and when he will buy, but I can control what I will buy and when I will buy. So what to do is to first make sure that your wallet is up to date. Make sure that your wallet is funded with the amount you want to do. So make up your mind. Jesus said, who is it that want to build a house and does not first sit down and count the cost? Brother, sit down. Sister, sit down. Count the cost and say, like Solomon is clear on how many tokens he's aiming for and he will get. He has, before then, he's going to make sure that amount is sitting in his account. That's what you can do. 2, if you are not part of any of our support groups, please plug in. Make sure you are in one of the Telegram groups. There are several of them. Not in the one that we have in Nigeria here, being in the international one that has all the global everything. So you can be on every update, because update can come out to say, this is what to do, this is how to do it. By the time you're waiting for Solomon to come and interpret it to you, Solomon is busy doing his own thing. It's in aircraft. They say when there is an emergency, they say face yourself first. Grab one oxygen for yourself before you think about others. That's what is going to happen. Everybody will answer his name that day. So first and foremost, fund your wallet. 2, make sure that you are plugged in so that you can get updates. Number 3, make sure that when the instruction has been passed down to buy, don't delegate it. Don't say, and don't look for who you blame, because at the end of the day, even if I accept your blame that I'm wrong, I will still be the one that made money. You didn't make money, and I will not share my token with you. So it means that when they say buy, if you don't know how to activate tiers now and all that, you will not know how to buy token, because it's the same process. So this is the time to start practicing it. Call up the person who invited into the program and say, I know you helped me to set up this thing. Teach me how to do it, because that day he may be, it's swamped with so many people calling him to support them. And then while you are waiting for your turn to get attention, they will finish the 75 million token that is in phase 1. And once they finish it, no excuses. So Solomon will share his experience with you where he missed a pre-sale by 2 seconds or 3 seconds. There's nobody to complain to. While you are complaining, maybe 25 cents will also finish. Then they will go to 50 cents. So you see no remedy. So 3 steps: fund your wallet. 2, make sure that you are in on update so you're up to date. 3, make sure that you understand how to operate the buttons, the steps, so that even if somebody is going to help you, when that person is not available or is slow, you will help yourself. And then lastly, please, if you can do more than $100, don't stay at $100 only to find out later that you want to do more. And then you're not doing at 25 cents. No. Sit down honestly and ask yourself. In fact, there's a question that somebody asked. I want to combine this with that question. Somebody asked and say that, is it advisable to sell at $5 once it's listed, or what do I advise? Now, I am not into financial advisory. I will not advise you, but I will tell you what I will do so that you can say, oh, that's what I said. What I will do is that I'm not going to, first of all, you're not going to get all your token at the moment it's listed. That is to make sure that they conserve the value. Yes, everybody, of course, if you bought something at 10 cents and you have opportunity to sell it at $5, that's massive, 50 times your profit. Everybody will like to sell. And of course, but when we sell, we are selling at the least value that we should sell. But more importantly, we are going to crash the value, because what is going to happen, there will be more supply than demand suddenly. And then there will be a glut in the market, which will crash the value for everybody. So all of us will now end up lose-lose. So the company is not going to, they are not going to release all the tokens. But even the one they release, why do you want to sell everything at $5? When you see that it can go to $30, it can go to $50, it can go to, and then who says this thing cannot go to $500 before December? Who said? Who even said it? So imagine that you sold at $5, only to find out it went to $500. What are you going to do with yourself? So what I would do is I will sell a part of my holding just to get enough money to do other things I want to do while. So it's like, you know, a normal business. You get in, you recover your principal, and then one or two things you want to do, because that's the essence of investment. The essence of investment is to put your money somewhere and let the money produce more money. Then you use the benefits that the money has produced for you and to, you know, to help yourself, help your ministry. So maybe you can be able to sell a bit of what you have, let's say 5% or 3% of what you have, that at the value you got it and at the value you're selling it to cover your initial principal, it will cover everything and give you maybe times 10 of that already. So that's it. That's what I will do.
Okay.
Not sell everything. So
a quick question. Thank you, Emeka. Just one very quick question before I leave the floor. On that day, do we need Tron also, or is only USDT I need to buy for my tokens? Or do we need Tron also?
You need both USDT and Tron. You need USDT, the token will be sold in USDT. So you, for example, so if you're going to do $100 worth of token, you need $100 worth of USDT. If you're going to do $300, which is next year, you need $100 worth of USDT. But additionally, you need to have on your Tron for the transaction minimum of, you know, between 150 and 200 Tron TRX for the transaction, what do you call it, gas fee, what they call it, the gas fee, you know, for gas fees.
Even for the token, we need gas fees too.
It's not the token, it's not the token that is, you are doing a transaction on a blockchain. Okay. The blockchain will be,
Emeka, let me help here. Now, one of the things you know about smart contract, every smart contract has transaction fees. So transactions are not paid with USDT, they are paid with Tron. So just keep the Tron there. At the end of the day, the Tron is still yours. If we use less Tron, like if you see on your project one now, you need a minimum of 140, you need about 140 Tron per tier. So sometimes you find out that there are still numbers left. Now you still get them. So if Tron price is going to rise, that becomes an extra value for you. So just make sure per tier you keep the equivalent Tron. We do not know how that will go, but if based on project one, every tier needed 140 Tron. So just keep it there. That's for transaction fees anyway.
Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you.
Lolu is raising his hand. Lolu, please, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, please.
Yes, good evening, everyone, and thank you for the presentation. The question I have, and is I believe, I don't know whether there's an issue for me, when you said fund your Tron wallet with TRX and USDT. All right, we've done that, but we've moved money from the Tron to the Daisy. So on the day we're going to buy, how do we purchase these things? You know, because the amount that we have is in Daisy. Is it going to go back to Tron for us to then buy the tokens plus the gas fees? I mean, I need to understand that, because at this point in time, I bought the tiers, and I don't see any USDT reflected on my Tron wallet. So the day we're going to buy, how do we do that?
Okay, Emeka, good. Thank you for bringing this. One thing here, let me just put it clear, and Emeka did mention that we have two projects here. First, you must be a member of the community, which is what you said you are funded. You are a member of the community. Being a member of the community, that amount does not buy token. That is what is qualifying you right now to buy the token up to where you are. You can be a part of project one and not a part of project two. This is a totally different project. So you can be a part of project one and you're not a part of project two. But you cannot be a part of project two without being a part of project one, because you are already in the community. So you are qualified to fund up to the current project that you have in the project 2 token pre-sale. But it's up to you whether you want to take it. So it's not that Daisy will be giving you another money to fund that. No, it's a totally different project. Emeka, you can take over there.
Okay. When I did mention when I was presenting, if you listen, that pre-sales always have conditions. You will not see any pre-sale anywhere, whether it's Coca-Cola or Facebook or whatever, that did pre-sale that they didn't have condition. It's either the entry level is very high, because at the end of the day, they know that it's not for the masses, it's for those who can play at that level. They're looking for high net worth individuals that will add not just their money, but their clout behind the project. Or they are making it so that there's a minimum number of equity, quantity of equity you must buy to qualify, because they're giving you massive value before it goes to the public. Usually the public price is always way higher, just like we are seeing here, it's way higher. Now in this one, the condition to be able to get in at 10 cents is that you must first be plugged into project 1. So if someone says, I'm not interested in project 1, I had this argument with someone. We say, okay, why are they forcing everybody? I said, no, I'm not forcing you, but let's do the mathematics together. You have $1,000. I said, if you don't plug into project 1, you still have a right to buy Daisy token, but you will buy it at the exchange at $5. So I say, how much will $1,000 get you? 200 units. I said, but if you take that same $1,000 and you come here and you plug into the project 1 with $100 plus $200 plus $400, making a $700 contribution into project 1, which gives you value. Like I said, I'm not going to go into what are the value. The person who invited you can give you videos that explain that project 1, because we want to make sure that everybody focus on project 2, really. Now, I said, so you have put in $700 into this project 1, which now opens the window and qualifies you, and you have made the condition to now participate in project 2. I say, but you're now left with only $300. I say, with $300 at 10 cents, you are still going to get 3,000 units of the same token. So I said to him, choose 3,000 tokens, 2,000 units, or 200 units, because the same $1,000 is your total outlay. I said, so at the end of the day, it's a smarter way of getting involved in the project. So project 1 is a different project, but that's the pre-sale value at 10 cents is only made available to the community that participated in project 1. So what they have done additionally, which is a favor, because they could have said, okay, if you didn't participate in project 1, no more, you cannot play at 10 cents. Wait and play at the public price. But they decided to open a window, which is going to shut by 30th of this month. To say, okay, you can still be engrafted into project 1, so that qualifies you and positions you to be able to play, at 10 cents, which is actually a favor they're doing. So basically, that's maybe the person that invited you didn't break it down that way, but actually that's very, very clear that they're not mixed up. So first money that goes in is for project 1, then that qualifies you to be able to play in project 2, and then you can decide to play to the maximum level of your participation in project 1.
That's fine.
Okay. Chris say, however, you advise to. Okay, we also did. I think I did explain it a bit.
Yeah.
Staking is like putting your money on fixed deposit. So while your token is in your wallet, you don't want to sell it because you're waiting for it to go up. Instead of just leaving it fallow, just like if you have money in your bank, instead of leaving it in your current account, sitting idle as idle fund, you can decide to put it on fixed deposit. So the same thing happened in this space. Instead of leaving your token in your wallet, idle away, waiting for value to go up, you can actually put it in under lock and key in a fixed deposit kind of arrangement, which is called staking. And then that, because it's staked, then it can produce some cash flow for you as additional value, apart from the fact that the price of the token is also going up. So that's massive value to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this also. The reason this project is going to be a massive hit is the fact that comparable, less valuable projects are doing way more than what I projected here. Now, without getting into the technicalities and losing some of us, when you have time, do a bit of your study, Daisy is combining so many value areas into one. All these things you are supposed to pay individually. Some people just have an exchange. Some people have a token, only a token. Some people have, so all kind of, but Daisy is bringing all that together in one place. That's one. Two, as we speak, even before Daisy launch, get listed on these exchanges, there are some projects already that are going to launch on this platform. So most times we get involved with projects that are totally virgin. They're just fresh, no value. But you are coming to you are buying into an opportunity, a project that already has other projects that believe in the dream of Daisy, because they can see the community and they can see the cash flow that community has produced. You know that if we are looking for people who will patronize our projects, we're looking for people who will noise and push our projects. We have a ready-made community that is crazy, that, as it were, we have money, because if the Daisy token is going up, you have money to play. So they already see the attraction of launching their projects on Daisy platform. And then what happens when more projects are launched on Daisy platform? Two things will happen. Number one, Daisy token will also go higher up, because more value, more money. Just like land. If it's bush, nothing, no value. But once they begin to develop other projects around it, then the value of that bush will begin to become, the value of land. That's how it is here. So the value of Daisy will go up because of the projects is attracting. Secondly, each of these projects will also translate to more value for you, because each of these projects, as a Daisy member or this part of the Daisy community, will mean that you have access to, what we call airdrops. So there's free airdrops, and then there will be value airdrops, in the sense that just like we have 10 cents and the public has $5, new projects are going to give us prices that are not available to the public. So we finish eating. When we finish eating and we leave the table, then the rest of the world will come and have.
Collect the phone.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, go on. All right.
Here?
All right, don't worry.
Okay, so Solomon, I think we've done good justice to this.
Yeah.
Is there any more contribution? Where is PNG?
PNG.
Glory's hand is up. No. Glory's hand is up.
It was good. Okay, Glory, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. It's unmuted.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm a follower of Emeka Nwankwo on a platform of recharge and get paid. And I got this information. So I am entirely new. I don't even know, understanding details, what is being discussed, but I'm very much interested. So my question is, how do I plug into, what do I download, what app, and how do I get started?
Emeka, simple.
Just don't worry, madam, your insurance cover you. Just send me a DM after this meeting. Already I've seen so many people are buzzing me, but I just dropped in that group, hoping that maybe somebody will be interested. If you're lucky there, just send me a message. I'll give you all the information you need to get
God bless you. Thank you.
Bless you too, man.
Okay, quick one. Pastor Omasa is asking if we'll have this presentation again. Yes, we will have this presentation again, God willing, Monday, 8 p.m., so that you have the time to invite your own guest. Want to make it happen, because it's just 11 days to go. So we do not have much time, but on Monday, we'll have this meeting, God willing, again. Okay? I don't know if that helps, sir.
Oh, yes, thank you. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Well done.
All right, thank you so much.
I hope I'll start laughing very soon. I'm not laughing.
You just start laughing.
I will laugh as well.
Stop hoping. Just laughing.
I will laugh as well. Thank you so much.
The laughter will start when the money is in my Tron wallet. The money
exactly. To buy. It will. Don't worry.
Madam Glory, please send me a message now. I don't want to forget this.
Okay, I'll do that.
Send me a message on WhatsApp.
Let me quickly appreciate everyone again. Thank you, Emeka, for taking your time. I mean, you brought more flesh to this than the last time. I like the way I've seen the numbers. I mean, that's you just brought life to those numbers, and I truly appreciate you. And again, you do it the way you only know. You always know how to do it. So we look forward to this on Monday, and I know PNG will be ready to update us with some things. Very passionate about this project, passionate about the entrepreneurial and the crypto space. Guys, there is a lot on the table. Like again, like I said, many people do not know a lot of things, and it's our own duty to share. And those who are interested, they come take a look. This recording will be ripped out and placed on the Telegram group. So whoever invited, you might be able to get it out and give to you so that you can listen to it over and over again prior to Monday, so that you come to terms with the numbers that is making us laugh. With that being said, truly want to appreciate everyone joining us. Thank you so very much. May your weekend be blessed, and may laugh never cease from your mouth. God bless you guys.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
And you too.
And good night.
All right.
Amen. Thank you.